Alright, we're back, guys. So for this video, we're going to go over A-list Johnny Cage strings. So I'm going to just start with his punching strings and go from there. So I'm going to go through them, tell you kind of what the use is for them. So we'll start with Outtake, his 1-1 string. It's +2 on block, and 9 frame startup. So that means between the first punch and the second punch is 9 frames. So what makes that kind of good is you can usually break armor because just how fast the hits come out. You just, before their armored move comes out, you punch them out of it. But what I usually use this for is if I like made my way in, I can stagger 1, 1, 1, 1, stuff like that. Still be a little plus after each one. Save myself on stamina. Because usually they might expect a third hit, which is a low, or this hit. So that's kind of what that's for. And that brings me to 113. One disclaimer: -23 on block. So what this means is never do this. Never just throw it out, because you will get full combo punished for it. You always want to shadow kick after and run cancel out of that. And wow, yeah, not dash like that. It'll leave you at like +1. There's really little block stun on this third hit. That's the reason why. Another thing is people like to nut punch after, and that can actually be armored through, so watch out for that. Yeah, if I set Kung Lao to Cyclone, I think. Yep, okay. So if I do this, yep, I'm gonna get wrecked. So don't do that. Yeah. If you're not frame perfect, you're gonna get wrecked. So yeah, watch out for that. 114. As you can see with that, you don't use it in combos because oh yeah, I'm sorry, one more thing with 113. It's my main punish. So if you're going to punish somebody and put me a nut punch without any meter, this is kind of your go-to way to do it. 113 nut punch. Now you have them, and you can continue your pressure from there. 114 doesn't lead into anything. I mean, you can shadow kick. That's it. But what's great about it is the frame data. So 114 is +2 on block, which means when I shadow kick run cancel, I can't believe I didn't block it. There we go. I'm pretty plus, but it's pretty tough, just like that. So that's what that's for. Just another pressure tool. See how plus I was. 1-2. Now this is pretty good because it's 6 frame startup instead of 9. So if you want to armor break, you go up to somebody and you 1-2. And this is also +2 on block, so you can do this. Wow, it needs to stop reversing. So if I do this, there we go. I can mix up with this too. And be +2 every time. This is armor breaking, so 6 frames between this punch and the second punch, which means it'll blow through a lot of armor on people's wake-ups. So you can kind of go on people's wake-ups and throw out 1-2 and sometimes blow them out for that. 1-2-1. So frame data wise, still good, +2. So don't be afraid to use that. But this is a run cancelable move. If I hold down that 1, I get that. And what that means is I can do this, and then Shadow Kick Run Cancel. Or just Run Cancel. And then that leaves me really plus to do stuff like that. So that's the main use for this tool, to kind of mix it up. So these combos. Okay, so 2-1 and 2-1-4. I generally just don't recommend using because there's not much use for them. 2-1, I'm sorry. 2-1, 2-1-4. 2-1-4 is 0 on block, but not special move cancelable, so I can't cancel this in anything. So if it hits, like, there's nothing. I don't get a nut punch. So what's the point of that? You can off of 2-1 do stuff like that, but it doesn't leave me that plus. You're better off just doing 1-1 or 1-2 instead of 2-1. Forward 2-4, forward 2-4-4. Now that's what you want to use. Only -5 on block and -6 for this one. So, like I said before, your main combo starter. And also, you can do the last hit, so that's forward 2-4-4. And basically, a lot of people like to poke out after you do a forward 2-4, so people usually like to press something, and you have to block, so if you want to kind of catch people pressing buttons, you can throw out that last hit, and it gives you a little separation too, and you're still can't be punished from back here, so don't be afraid to throw out both versions. It's just that if you throw out forward 2-4-4, obviously you don't get a full combo if it hits, but if it does forward 2-4 hits, then you get a full combo, so that's the use for that. Okay, 3-3, 3-3-3. All of his 3 strings other than forward 3-4 are kind of, well, actually they're pretty good. So you got 3-3, 3-3-3. Frame data wise, not good, but if you hit him with a nut punch, 3-3-3 will give you the most chip damage. So if you want to chip somebody out, this is when you want to use this string, just like that. And then maybe cancel into a shadow kick and finish them off, or 3-3-3 into EX force ball to do a lot of chip and then continue pressuring. So that's kind of used for that. Back 3 and back 3, back 3-4, back 3-4-3. So that last hit's an overhead. -2 on block, so you can shadow kick run cancel the first 2 hits, but usually you don't want to use this too much unless after a nut punch. But if you want to switch it up a bit, you can use that and kind of vary into pressure. You just gotta watch out because this is a 17 frame button right here, so that's that. But the most useful of all these, forward 3-4. So what's great about this is this. First off, when you throw out a forward 3-4, you can shadow kick run cancel it even if it whiffs. So I can do that. So if I screw up in footsies and whiff this, I can backdash out. I can do this and block right away. So that's what's great about that. And I'll go through how to do these shadow kick run cancels later. I just want to give you the right idea. But what's also great is if I throw this out, that combos. And if they block, that's fine too. Because now I'm +11 and I'm in their face. And wow. Just like that. And I can keep pressuring from there. Because I'm really plus. I'm right in their face and I'm +11. So that's great. To be more plus, you can shadow kick run cancel, but I'll go over that later. So that's the use for that. And so that's all the strings that Johnny's got. So We'll go into special moves on the next one.